All right, so let's actually get into the actual manipulation of the creature. So the first thing we want to do is we want to have under here in our layers, we want to make sure that we have this background set as is and we don't do anything to hurt it. This just makes it so that if we ever do anything too crazy, it's okay. So I'm going to make a copy of this. I could just drag it down to here, or I could hit Command or Control J. All right. I'm going to turn this off. When you have a layer turned off, you can't really manipulate it. And we also here have the little lock, which means that it's okay. You can always lock things by just clicking up here on our lock. And I'm going to name this Original. All right, so we've got that selected. And I've got this turned off. Now the first thing that I want to do is I want to get rid of this background here. I don't know what our creature is going to be, but I think having a bunch of kids on computers in the background won't make it as spooky or creepy as I want. So if we look here, we can see that he's in focus really nicely here, and the kids are out of focus. So we can use, under Select, this option that says Focus Area. Now this is kind of an intensive process, so it might not be the best choice, but it's a new choice, so I wanted to show it to you. Okay, with that selected, you can see by default it kind of goes to 3, and you'll see in just a second where that's at. You can see that it's kind of getting rid of those things that are in white there. It's looking okay. Maybe we bring it over a little bit more to 4.3. You can see that's bringing in a little bit more information. The ear. So what this kind of looks for is blurring. There we go. If I go too far, like this, you can see that it's going to actually bring in those guys. So one of the things you could do is kind of go all the way to the side and then just kind of bring it back until there's nothing left. So we've got that background out. We can also double check by using our view and using like the overlay. We can see that we don't have any red in here, or we can use on black, etc. So this looks pretty good. And then we just hit OK. Now, what we've done here is we've selected our person. We don't want that. We actually want to delete the background. So remember, we can go to Select, Invert Selection, right here, or Command Shift I for inverse. And now just hit Delete. So now we've got a basic background there. I'm going to hit Command D to deselect. And then I'm just going to create, just so that we have something in the background to work off of, just a regular item here, and then using this little gradient tool, I'm just going to do a basic gradient. We can choose our gradients up there under Basics. We'll just use this kind of blue to gray. The way that gradients work is you just kind of click and it'll start with one color, and when you let go is the second color. So that's, real basic. It doesn't do much. We can kind of make it a little bit more if we go a little bit further there to have a little bit more of a heightened gradient. Have a little bit of a white around the hair, but we can always come back and do that later. There's a lot more that we're going to do. All right, and so in the next section here, let's actually bring in some other images and start manipulating this person, the way this person looks.